successfully joined the webcast. Our program will begin shortly. If you're presenting today and joining this meeting on Zoom, please know that your audio has been muted and that you will need to unmute yourself when it's your turn to speak.
Okay, good morning. Can everybody hear me?
Yes.
All right, great. My name is Kevin Law, and as chair, I'm now calling to order the meeting of the directors of the New York State Urban Development Corporation, doing business as Empire State Development, for this Thursday, July 17th, 2025. I'd like to remind everybody who's participating remotely to please keep your phones on mute until you're ready to speak. The public was given an opportunity to attend today's meeting to provide comments on the agenda item. There are no members from the public here on Long Island. I don't see any up in Rochester or Western New York offices either. How about in New York City? Are there any members of the public there?
No, we don't have any members of the public.
Was that a yes?
No, no, there are no other.
No.
In addition, the public was given an opportunity to comment on the agenda items by submitting their written comments by noon yesterday. And I'll state for the record that we did not receive any comments for any members for any items on the agenda for today. Of course, the directors have received all the written materials in advance of today's meeting, and of course are free to ask questions at any time during presentations. I'd like to recognize that we have a quorum. Before we begin our business, we have myself and Lorraine Harris here on Melville. I see Francine up in Western New York, and I see Hilda up in Rochester. And what board members do we have in the New York City office?
Michael Rosen.
John Wong.
Benson Martin, designee.
I heard Benson. Was there anybody else? Was Michael there?
John
Yeah, I'm
Wong.
here.
Oh,
John, both John and I are here.
Oh, John. Thank you. Whoever just spoke last, we heard you well. We were not hearing other people well before that. So people.
That was me, Michael.
Got it. All right. Thanks, Michael. All right. So I will certainly recognize a quorum. At this time, I will ask the directors whether anyone has any potential conflicts of interest with respect to any of the items on the agenda.
Yes.
Yep. I see Francine, you have your hand up?
Yes, Kevin, item A. I will recuse myself from that.
I'm sorry, that was item K?
Item A.
Oh, A. Item, thank you.
And this is Benson. DFS will recuse itself of item 6B as in boy.
Thank you, Benson. And we'll note those when we get to those items on the agenda. So the minutes from our last meeting are not ready yet, and so we'll approve them at the September meeting. Hope is not able to join us today, so we are going to skip the president's report. We were planning on doing a spotlight presentation for the Finger Lakes, and since I am not there in person and Hope is not there, I wanted to show Laura Fox O'Sullivan respect and make sure that we were present when she did her presentation. So we'll punt that over to September or October meeting. So that leaves us just with the regular agenda, and we're going to breeze through this, today. So we're going to start with Western New York. We have Karen Utz, our regional director. She has 2 items, and we will have 2 separate votes. Karen, you might be on mute.
We'll check with Karen, but in the meantime, maybe we move to the next region.
Come back to Karen. and
Sorry
we'll
about
do-
that.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, I'm
Is she
back.
there?
My apologies. Me and
Go ahead.
technology are not having a good day.
Go ahead,
All
Karen.
right, Karen, we hear you
Okay.
now.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And I believe I'm starting with the Art Park project.
Correct.
And the directors are being requested to approve a grant of $789,458 from the Regional Council Capital Funds Round 12 for a project cost that totals $9,789,458. The ESD grant will be used for capital improvements, including improved accessibility and expanded lighting of the walkways and trailways on the Connectors Trail project located within the Earl W. Bridges Art Park State Park in Lewiston, New York. The improvements will allow for use of the shoreline trails year-round and by a larger population group, increasing tourism and safety at this regional destination. There are no jobs associated with this project, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Directors have any questions? All right, we do not have any comments from the public on this. I will move it. Lorraine seconds it. Francine is abstaining. All other directors in favor? Aye. Are there any opposed? None? The motion carries. Continue, Karen, with the second item.
Thank you. Yes, the directors are being requested to approve an additional grant of $2,210,000 from the Buffalo Regional Innovation Cluster to increase the total project allocation to $4 million for the East Side Building Capital Fund awarded to Broadway Fillmore Neighborhood Housing Services, Inc., to be used for capital and pre-development costs to complete projects for the community-based real estate development training program graduates. Buffalo Broadway Fillmore Neighborhood Housing Services is a neighborhood-based not-for-profit that serves as the local program administrator for the East Side Building Capital Fund, and there are no jobs associated with this project. Happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions from any of the directors on this item? None. We have no comments from the public. So I will move this. Francine seconds it. And all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. The motion carries. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Move over to the finger lights. So Laura, Boxer Sullivan, you have two items and two separate votes, so you still get to present to us today, even though we're punting on the spotlight presentation. Are you there, Laura?
Laura?
Did you take it personally that we are not doing a spotlight presentation? Okay. Somebody on staff check with Laura and we'll move on to Central New York. And we'll go back to the Finger Lakes. In the Central New York region, Ryan Smith, he's our Economic Development Program Administrator. I guess filling in for Dan. Ryan.
Some technical issues.
Does somebody in New York City want to check on, do we have some technical issues with the staff?
We're checking at the moment. We'll be right back with you.
Yeah, we're working on that.
Good morning. Chairman, can you hear me?
We have Ryan.
Yes.
Yep.
So
Yep.
is
For
that-
some reason, the *6 didn't work right away. So hopefully you can hear me well now.
Yes, Ryan, go ahead, proceed, please.
Great. Thank you, Chairman. Good morning, Chairman and directors. We are asking the directors to approve a Regional Council Capital Fund grant from round 12 of $400,000 to be used for a portion of the cost of construction and renovation at 31 River Glen Drive, Fulton, that's Oswego County, to NET and Die. NET and Die is a third-generation family-owned and operated machine shop manufacturing specializing in engineering and machining low volumes of new and repair components such as wicket gates, impellers, manufacturing drums, and machining frames. This project will more than double the size of the company's current manufacturing space when completed. The total project is expected to be approximately $7,300,000, with 15% of that, or $1.1 million approximately, contributed by company equity. ESD participation is 16% of the total project cost, and that's broken down between 6% from the Regional Council Capital Fund and 10% from a Restore New York grant. The project will create 7 new full-time jobs. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Okay. Thank you, Ryan. Do any of the directors have a question for Ryan? None. There's no comments from the public. So I will move it. Hilda seconds it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. The motion carries. Thank you, Ryan. How is Laura O'Sullivan? Is she back on yet?
Can you hear me now, Kevin?
Yes. Yes, we can. So
Okay, great. I didn't hear the *6 trick, so now I'm double unmuted. Thank you. So I look forward to seeing you all in September. I was not ignoring you. Responded.
I was only teasing.
All right.
I was only kidding.
All right, so I'll start with FoodLink. Thanks. We're asking the directors to approve a $685,000 capital grant to FoodLink, Inc. from the Regional Council Capital Fund Round 12 for a total $4.9 million project. Yeah. FoodLink is the regional food bank of the Finger Lakes, serving as the hub of the emergency food network across 10 counties, including 9 rural counties. The grant supports a portion of the cost of construction renovation for capital and infrastructure improvements to FoodLink's headquarters to convert over 35,000 square feet of underutilized vacant space into usable food warehousing and office space. This includes a new 6,600 square foot cooler to increase storage for perishable food and the expansion of their kitchen production area to support increased meal production of community meals and the operation of their New York State Certified Culinary Apprenticeship Program. The facility is located in the city of Rochester. This $4.9 million project was financed by 31% grantee equity and the remainder from grants provided by DASNY Trust Funds, a federal grant from HUD, and new market tax credits. Are there any questions about this project?
Any questions for Laura? None. We do not have any comments from the public. So I will move it. Hilda will second it again. This is her area. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. The motion carries. Laura, continue, please.
Thanks. We're asking the directors to approve a $7 million capital grant to North American Breweries, Inc. from the Regional Council Capital Fund and the Upstate Revitalization Initiative for a total $50 million project. The grant supports a portion of the cost to renovate 50,000 square feet at their production facility in the city of Rochester to house a new state-of-the-art canning line that is 92% more efficient and can produce 70% more than the former canning line. If anyone is familiar with the Genesee Brewery in the city of Rochester, that is this project. It is one of the last remaining manufacturers within this part of the city. The company will also invest in additional production equipment to maximize efficiencies and increase production capabilities and sales to stay competitive in the contract brewing market segment, ultimately driving down costs and creating 57 jobs. Any questions about this project?
I'm familiar with it. It sounds exciting. Thank you, Laura. I will move it. Hilda seconds it again. And we have no comments from the public. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. The motion carries. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
We are going to jump to the Mohawk Valley region, and we have Derek Grossman, Deputy Director for the Mohawk Valley region.
Thank you, Chairman. We're asking the directors to approve a $1 million capital for Cranesville Key Bank Building from round 3 of the Downtown Revitalization Initiative. The City of Amsterdam was a round 3 DRI winner in October 2018, and that Key Bank Building was included in their strategic investment plan and selected for funding in August of 2019. The grant supports a portion of the cost to renovate and repurpose a circa 1929 bank building at 29 East Main Street into a mixed-use building that will serve as a community anchor with first floor commercial space and 7 floors of residential apartment units. It is a anchor in the downtown Amsterdam, and it will serve as a highly visible and contribute to the building a nucleus of downtown residents, joining other downtown residential properties and projects to create the demand needed to foster the return of restaurants and small businesses to the downtown area. The total project cost is $2,777,652. Cranesville Properties will contribute 64% or $1,777,652 to the project. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Derek. Any questions? None, no comments from the public. I will move it. I see Benson wants to second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None? Was that a no? No? It sounded like music. So that motion is approved. Thank you, Derek. We'll move over to the Mid-Hudson region with Linda Malavi, our regional director.
Linda, if you're dialing in, dial *6 to unmute. A new setting accidentally installed for this session, but we'll remove it for the future. Great. Is that you, Linda?
Yes. Good morning, Chairman, Law, and Directors. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. The directors are requested to approve a grant award of $879,450 from the Regional Council Capital Fund from rounds 4 and 7 for USAI. USAI's $10,208,350,000 expansion project is located in the town of New Windsor in Orange County. Founded in New Windsor in 2005, USAI is a leading manufacturer of artistically custom-designed high-end lighting equipment. This expansion project has remediated a once vacant industrial site and transformed it into a manufacturing center for high-tech smart lighting systems. The company will retain 134 employees and create 75 new FTEs. They have created 61 so far. And this project aligns with the MHRADC's work strategy by enabling a growing tech design and manufacturing company to expand in New York State and provide quality jobs to New York State residents. And I am happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Linda. Are there any questions from any of the directors? None. There are no comments from the public. I will move it. I see John Wong wants to second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. The motion carries. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you.
Okay, here in Melville, Long Island, Kara Longworth, our regional director.
Thank you, Chairman Law, and welcome to Melville, Long Island, both of you. This morning, we're asking the directors to approve a regional council capital grant of $306,042 to the Incorporated Village of Port Jefferson. This was to pay for a portion of the construction costs to build Station Street, which is a new roadway in Upper Port Washington area of Suffolk County. This was a round 7 priority project for the regional council as it supports downtown revitalization. The Village of Port Washington has been focused on revitalizing this part of its village and creating TOD opportunities. This roadway was essential to create access to the railroad, parking, bus depot, and it opened up development sites. And in fact, one new 45-unit affordable housing development has already been built, and another one is on its way. The project is complete. The village has expended $624,576, and we are seeking reimbursement.
Great. Just one clarification. You said Port Washington, you mean Port Jefferson?
Port Jefferson. I'm sorry. Yes. Did I say that?
Yeah. You said Port Jefferson.
Gotcha.
You said Port Jefferson first, then you said Port Washington
Okay.
the second time.
Port Jefferson Village. Village of Port Jefferson.
Very good.
Thank you.
All right. Do any of the directors have any questions? None. We don't have any comments from the public. I will move it. Lorraine seconds it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. The motion carries. Thank you, Kara. We'll go to New York City with Simone Bethune on some Restore New York community capital grants.
Thank you, Chairman Law. We are requesting director's approval for a $750,000 Round 6 Restore New York grant to the city of Fulton in the central New York region for renovations to a vacant 91,000 square foot former Kmart located at 25 River Glen Drive. This project is related to the $400,000 Regional Council Capital Fund Round 12 grant made to NET and I outlined earlier in this meeting in Central New York's presentation. NET will contribute approximately $1.1 million in equity to the $7.3 million project, which was complete in April of this year. And happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Simone. Are there any questions on this? None. There's no comments from the public, so I will move it. Michael Rosen seconds it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. Motion carries. Simone, continue please with at the direction of projects.
Okay. And just reminding everyone that these projects originate from the governor, the New York State Assembly or Senate, and ESD does not select recipients of funding. For the first item, we'll seek a director's modification to a previously approved grant to the Village of Victory for demolition remediation and site preparation of the vacant and historic Victory Mills, located in the Capital Region. The 220,000 square foot project building was slated for demolition and redevelopment and was awarded a fiscal year 2023-24 $10 million grant from the Special Appropriation Fund at the direction of Assemblymember Carrie Werner of the 113th District. On May 22nd, 2025, Hope Knight, ESD's Chief Executive Officer, signed into approval $194,500 of the $10 million grant for soft costs to the project, including the preparation of an environmental review and other related reports associated with environmental remediation of the property. The directors are now being asked to approve an additional $150,000 of the $10 million award to allow the village to oversee emergency demolition of the building's charred remains and to purchase the property. The remaining $9,655,500 of the grant will return to the board for approval later this year for the renovation costs. For the second item, directors are being asked to authorize a $5 million local assistance award made available in fiscal year 2025-26 from the Executive Chamber to New York City's Metropolitan Opera Association. The Metropolitan Opera will use the award to offset its operating costs, which will help it to alleviate the negative financial impacts caused by the COVID pandemic and preserve the thousands of jobs that it supports and the cultural and tourism benefits it offers New York State. Funding will be applied to project activities through August 2025. I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you, Simone. Are there any questions from the board? None. No comments from the public. So I will move it. Francine seconds it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. A motion carries. Thank you, Simone.
Thank you.
We now have a Life Sciences Initiative Fund, and we have Joan Spivak, our VP of Life Science.
Thank you, Chairman. Good morning. We're asking the directors to allocate $997,305 in life science funds for TET Medical, Inc., a Round 2 biodefense commercialization fund startup that successfully met the stated conditions of their original award and was invited to apply for additional funding. The $40 million Biodefense Fund provides grants to startup companies and academic centers to accelerate the development and commercialization of life science innovations that address serious infectious disease threats. PET Medical received ESD board approval for its first $1 million grant in June of 2023. They have successfully developed assays for the detection of SARS-CoV-2, influenza, RSV, and adenovirus, and will now use the additional funding for the development of a point-of-contact reader. Since the start of this original grant, PET Medical has hired 9 full-time staff filed 4 patent applications, initiated 3 FDA interactions, raised an additional $5 million in external funding, and moved into a new 11,000 square foot facility in Ithaca. Thank you. I'm happy to answer any questions.
Joan, I have 2 questions for you.
Sure.
So the Biodefense Fund, it has a total of $40 million. And then the reference to Life Science Initiative Fund, is that a component of the Biodefense Commercialization Fund?
No, the Life Science Fund was the initial allocation made in 2017 of $520 million. The Biodefense Fund is a program within that those funds.
Oh, so I had it reversed. So Biodefense is part of the Life Sciences Fund, not the other way around. And
correct.
And this is a grant?
This is a grant, yes.
With our other programs, have we made any investments in this company?
I'm sorry, have we made any what?
Investments with our other
yes,
ESD programs.
Actually, Jennifer just texted me to say that Pet Medical has obtained seed funding from New York Ventures.
No, it sounds like, it sounds like an exciting company, and so we're helping them out 2 ways. We're an investor with them, and now we're giving them a grant. And you said they've hired 9 new employees?
Yes.
Great. All right, thank you, Joe. Do any of the other directors have any questions? All right. We don't have any comment from the public on this. So I will move it. Hilda seconds it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. The motion carries. Thank you, Joan. Let's move over to Josh Breitbart, our Senior VP for Connect All.
Thank you, Chair, Directors. The Connect All office is requesting the Directors authorize a grant award and corresponding general project plan through the Municipal Infrastructure Program. The grant is to Orleans County for a total amount not to exceed $11,562,698.35 to construct wireless broadband infrastructure to serve over 11,000 locations across nearly 300 square miles of the county. The grantee, grant amount, and project description is enumerated in the Director's materials. I'm happy to take any questions.
Josh, I ask you this all the time. So what was the total bucket funds, and after this approval, how much would be left?
With this project, the board will have approved a total of 13 projects under this program, totaling just over $240 million, and there's just over $295 million in this program.
Oh, so it's pretty well subscribed.
Yes, it's well subscribed, and many of these projects are underway, and we have some additional projects that we're in the process of working through awards to bring to the board.
Great, thank you, Josh. Any other questions for Josh? Hearing none, I will move it. Benson seconds it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. The motion carries. Thank you, Joshua.
Thank you.
Now over to New York Ventures. We have 2 items, 2 presenters, and we have 2 separate votes. The first one, Zachary Passanak. He's our director of the New York State Innovation Venture Capital Fund.
Good morning, Chairman and Directors. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. I got the *6 right. Thank you. So today we're asking for an approval for an investment of up to $1.5 million in Natrion Inc.'s Series A round. Proceeds from this financing will be used to develop the company's manufacturing line right in Western New York. This investment is being made from our SSBCI federal funds. The New York State Innovation Venture Capital Fund, or ESD, has not previously invested in this company or supported them, though I know Karen's team in Western New York is talking with them as well. So Natrion makes a solid-state battery separator that addresses the biggest issues in lithium-ion batteries, which are fire risk, poor performance, and manufacturing barriers. They're expensive. So their new material replaces the flammable part, the electrolyte of the battery, which drastically improves safety and energy density performance while seamlessly dropping into existing production lines. It's a good fit. So this drop-in solution delivers immediate value in today's technology, today's batteries, but more importantly, it unlocks an industry transition to this next generation battery called lithium metal. So as a part of the due diligence process, our staff and an external investment advisory committee evaluated this company's business plan and growth prospects, as well as the terms of this investment. As a result of that analysis, our staff and the investment committee both agree that the market opportunity growth potential offered by this company warrants an investment by the Innovation Venture Capital Fund, and we recommend its approval. Thank you, and happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, Zachary. Any comments or questions from the board? We don't have any comments from the public. This is up in Western New York, so I see Francine wants to, I'll move it. Francine seconds it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. The motion carries. Thank you, Zachary. And now we have Jennifer Teagan, our Managing Director of New York Ventures, for an item. And this is the item that Benson will be recusing himself on.
Great. Good morning. Good morning, directors. We request that directors authorize an investment commitment from the State Small Business Credit Initiative Emerging and Regional Partner Program Fund. This is a $102 million program using federal SSBCI funding to invest in venture capital fund managers who then use that capital to invest into multiple New York State-based startups alongside other private capital. Today, we propose investing in Mother Ventures for up to $2 million. Mother Ventures is a woman-led New York City-based venture capital firm that invests in early-stage, high-growth startups that are building companies that serve the needs of parents and families. The firm focuses on startups that make life easier, healthier, more rewarding, and less stressful for parents and children. Its primary investment sectors include maternal and family health, consumer packaged goods, physical products, entertainment and play, and shopping and home empowerment. Mother Ventures is the first venture capital firm dedicated exclusively to moms and parents as consumers. Mother Ventures is being led by a solo female general partner with extensive experience in startups and in technology, building technology companies, and this is her first fund. We conducted our diligence on Mother Ventures and concluded that investing in this fund will help support the innovation ecosystem here in New York State and recommend the directors authorize this investment.
Jennifer, I heard you use the term woman-led. Is it also woman-owned?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions from any of the directors? We do not have any comments from the public. So I will move it. John Long seconds it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. The motion carries. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Now we have a Cooper Square mixed-use development land use improvement project. And Matthew Acasella, Associate Counsel, will brief us on this item.
Good morning, Chairman Law. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. Good morning, directors. The directors are being asked to ratify a short-term 5-month lease extension that ESD recently entered into for property located at 229 Christie Street in New York City. Since 2003, ESD has held title to the property at the request of the City of New York and the owner, and entered into a 20-year leaseback period to the original developer and property owner in order to facilitate property tax abatements akin to the 421A program. The property, which is located at the intersection of Houston Street and Christie Street, is improved with 361 residential units, a 71,000 square foot Whole Foods market, and retail components. 35% of the units are designated as affordable. ESD's 20-year ground lease was set to terminate on July 1st, 2025, with the property reverting back to the owner. While the owner has recently initiated discussions with us at ESD and New York City regarding a proposed longer-term extension of the lease that would permanently preserve certain affordable units and add additional affordable units and continue to provide tax abatements, discussions remain ongoing. Therefore, ESD signed a 5-month extension of the ground lease through December 2nd, 2025 to maintain all existing terms, while ESD, the city, and the owner continue to negotiate a potential long-term agreement. We would come back to the directors at a future meeting for review and approval of any longer-term proposal and modifications of the GPP. But at this time, it is just this ratification of the short-term lease, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Well, 5 months be enough, Matthew? You optimistic that you guys will reach an agreement with all the players, all the parties, by December?
We are optimistic, Mr. Chairman, yes.
Thank you. All right. Any other questions from the board? None. No comments from the public? None. I will move it. Michael Rosen seconds it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. The motion carries. And our last items on the agenda is the administrative action items that Doug Janice, our senior counsel for corporate and real estate, will walk us through.
Thank you, Chairman Law. Good morning, directors. As a reminder, in order to help streamline our board meetings, we implemented an oral summary presentation process in connection with the administrative action section of your agenda. So you receive a full set of the written descriptive materials for each of these items in your board materials, but rather than having individual oral presentations on each one, I'm going to provide you with a brief summary of all of them. And at the conclusion, we can take any questions or comments you might have. The 14 July administrative action items are summarized as follows. Item 8A is relative to authorization to grant an easement to New York State Electric and Gas Corporation, commonly known as NYSEG, for electric facilities at the Wendy Correctional Facility. The directors are being asked to authorize the granting of an easement to NYSEG for electric facilities in connection with the Wendy Correctional Facility, an active maximum security prison operated by DOCS in the town of Alden in Erie County. OGS and DOCS, as the agencies with jurisdictional control over the facility, approached ESD with this request and required this easement for needed electric service from NYSEG. Because ESD technically owns the property, the easement must be granted by the board. Item 8B is relative to authorization to enter into a payment in lieu of tax agreement or pilot agreement for development of the North Odd Block parcel in Buffalo. The directors are being asked to authorize the corporation to enter into a payment in lieu of tax or pilot agreement for the $190 million mixed-use development of the North Odd Block parcel in Buffalo. The corporation previously adopted a modified general project plan for the Canal Side project in Buffalo, which includes the development plan for what is commonly referred to as the North Odd Block parcel. The plan, which is being overseen by the Erie Canal Harbor Development Corporation, will include retail and commercial spaces along with 250 units of rental housing, with 50% of those units being affordable housing units. Under the terms of the pilot agreement, the developer will pay $115,460 for the first year of the 30-year term, with 3% increases each year after that. 75% of those payments will go to the city of Buffalo, and 25% will go to the county of Erie. By offering this pilot, the corporation is able to close the developer's financing gap and allow the project to proceed to construction. Item 8C is relative to amending the adopted guidelines for the use, awarding, monitoring, and reporting of procurement contracts, or what we commonly call our procurement guidelines. The directors are being asked to amend the procurement guidelines. Following a recent change to the Public Authorities Law, public authorities may now make discretionary purchases from MWBEs or SDVOBs without a formal competitive process for an amount up to $1,500,000. This item will amend Section 2.4 of the adopted procurement guidelines to set the new limit at $1.5 million so the corporation maintains conformity with the law and maximizes contracting opportunities for MWBEs and STVOBs. Item 8D is relative to the establishment and approval of a pre-qualified list of real estate development and planning-related consultants. Staff is seeking approval of its proposed pre-qualified real estate development and planning-related consultant list. This list, which is developed every 4 years through an RFQ process, encompasses 15 different categories of services utilized on a regular basis by real estate and other departments at ESD. Having the list of pre-qualified consultants available enables ESD staff to quickly identify consultants to meet their project needs through the use of mini bids, saving the time and expense of conducting a full public procurement process. Staff is also asking the directors to extinguish the former pre-qualified list so that the new list can become effective immediately upon approval. Item 8E is, hold on one second, apologize, I had to turn a page, is relative to authorization to enter into a contract for specialized support facilitating low-income consumer enrollment in broadband services and benefit programs. The Connect All office is requesting the directors authorize a contract in an amount not to exceed $500,000 with 211 New York, Inc., a subsidiary of United Way, New York State. Governor Hochul has directed Connect All to support enrollment in the low-cost broadband option available to eligible households statewide under New York State's Affordable Broadband Act. As part of that effort, 211 New York, Inc. will provide call center support for New Yorkers seeking to subscribe to affordable internet service. Item 8F is relative to authorization to enter into a contract for the development of a cloud-based software solution for New York State MWBE certification and business development services. Staff is requesting authorization to enter into a contract with West Monroe Partners for the development of a cloud-based software solution to manage and expedite New York State's MWBE certification and business development services. The total contract amount is $3,119,010, inclusive of a 20% contingency. This software solution will enable staff to better serve the needs of the MWBE program by streamlining the certification process, amplifying business development efforts, and expanding our customer service capabilities. Item 8G is relative to authorization to amend a contract with Watson Immigration Law to continue to provide immigration legal services. Directors are being asked to authorize a 1-year, no-cost extension of a contract with Watson Immigration Law to continue providing immigration legal services relative to implementation and administration of the New York Global Entrepreneur Program, or NYGEP. NYGEP will provide grants to New York universities and or affiliated not-for-profits to offer programs designed to provide an opportunity for global entrepreneurs to stay and grow their businesses in New York, create jobs, and share valuable expertise with New York's venture communities. Watson Immigration Law will continue to review program guidelines, draft essential documentation, and provide legal advice to ensure compliance with current immigration laws. Item 8H is relative to authorization to amend the contract with Sive, Paget, and Reisel, PC to continue to provide environmental legal services. Directors are being asked to authorize a contract amendment with the law firm of Sive, Paget, and Reisel, PC for environmental legal services in connection with ESD's Kingborough Psychiatric Center mixed-use project. Contract amount and term must be increased to cover additional and necessary work associated with the development of this large, affordable, and supportive housing project in multiple phases over an estimated 10-year period. The current term expires in September of this year, and approval is being requested to extend the term through December 31st, 2027, with authorization for ESD's General Counsel to extend the term for 2 additional years beyond that if needed. The current contract amount is $400,000, and staff is requesting that it be increased by $250,000 for a total contract amount not to exceed $650,000. All funding for this contract has been and will continue to be fully funded through an impressed account funded by the project developers. Item 8I is relative to authorization to amend a contract with the law offices of Donald J. Tobias for legal services related to litigation and workout matters. Directors are being asked to authorize a contract amendment with the law offices of Donald J. Tobias to allow the firm to continue to assist in a wide range of litigation and workout-related matters. ESD has had a highly positive experience with Mr. Tobias throughout and continues to require his legal services. Moreover, the law offices of Donald J. Tobias has provided these services at below ESD standard rates. Because of Mr. Tobias' performance to date and the continuing need for such services, staff is requesting that the contract amount be increased by $175,000 and the term be extended through October of 2027. Item 8J is relative to authorization to amend a contract for legal services with Greenberg Traurig LLP. Directors are being asked to authorize a contract amendment with Greenberg Traurig LLP. The firm represents ESD in an Article 78 proceeding pertaining to ESD's request for proposals for the purchase and redevelopment of Conklin Street site in Farmingdale, New York. The amendment would extend the contract for 2 additional years through July of 2027, with the option to extend for a further 1-year term, and would be for a total not to exceed amount of $350,000. Items 8K and 8L are relative to authorization to amend 2 contracts with Minster Mauch PLLC to continue to provide environmental legal services. Staff is requesting authorization to extend 2 contracts with Minster Mauch PLLC to allow the firm to continue to provide environmental legal services in connection with the Creedmoor mixed-use project and with the Bayview Correctional Facility redevelopment project. Both contracts will be extended for 1 year through September of 2026 at no additional cost. Item 8M is relative to authorization to amend the contract with Schumann, Updike, and Kaufman to continue to provide real estate legal services. Staff is requesting authorization to extend a contract with Schumann, Updike, and Kaufman LLP to allow the firm to continue to provide real estate legal services in connection with the Bayview Correctional Facility redevelopment project. Staff is again seeking a 1-year extension through September 2026 with no proposed change to the total contract amount. And finally, item 8N is relative to authorization to amend a contract with Reitler, Kalis, and Rosenblatt LLP to continue to provide legal services. Directors are being asked to authorize an amendment to a contract for legal services with the firm of Reitler, Kalis, and Rosenblatt LLP. The firm provides targeted legal services and strategic guidance for venture and accelerated programs administered by the New York Ventures team, which are federally funded through the State Small Business Credit Initiative, or SSBCI program, administered by the U.S. Department of the Treasury. The directors are being asked to increase the contract amount by $300,000 for a total contract amount not to exceed $1,100,000 with a contract term through March of 2026. I will now turn it back to our chair, who will call for any questions or comments you may have on these items before calling for a vote. And we also have item-related staff on the line today as well to take any questions. Thank you.
Do any of the directors have any questions on any of these administrative items that Doug just walked us through, A through N? None. We do not have any comments from the public on any of these items, and so I will move it. Lorene seconds it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? None. The motion carries. That concludes our official business and agenda items today. Do any board members have any other items they would like to raise at this time? Hearing none. I want to remind folks, we do not have a meeting in August. It's a good time to for the board, on behalf of the whole board, to thank the staff, terrific team, for everything that you do. For us, for the department, for the governor, for the state of New York, and hope you all spend some time with loved ones over the summer, a good time to recharge your batteries. And as the song says, we'll see you in September. And, I think Francine just made a motion to adjourn. It was seconded by Hilda. All in favor? Aye. Thank you very much. The meeting is adjourned.